Hey everybody, today I will be talking about a serious topic today, raising awareness to domestic violence. Today it's just me and I'm pretty much gonna jump right into the video, but this video is does have like some graphic content in it, so if you are under 18 watching this video, make sure you get your parents' approval. So first I want to, I'm having my tea while I chat with you guys as well, because I haven't had my breakfast for this morning, but I just want to jump right into the video. So on an average, 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partner physical violence. These behaviors can be pretty much slapping, shoving, pushing, raping, beating, burning, strangling, or even gun violence. So if you have experienced domestic violence, I understand where you're coming from, and I have been in your shoes before. I know a lot of my subscribers may have seen the domestic violence video that we did, the skit that we did. That was not pertaining to my situation. It was just a skit to reenact and kind of bring awareness to domestic violence. But I myself experienced domestic violence. Many people don't know the story that I'm going to tell today. I don't even think, the only person I shared this story with was, I believe, my husband. But it's a touching story, and I'm just going to jump right into it. At the age of 18, I was, I'm not gonna say fast because I wasn't fast, but I saw this guy. I'm not gonna say any names because to protect the people's identity, but myself, you all know me. I will give this person a name, and for the sake of it, I don't want to say their name because also this person has just recently passed away. And it's been heavy on my heart to do this video as well. So pretty much I saw this guy. I was headed to school one day. I was 18 years old, headed to school one day, and I saw this guy, and he was just like so attractive to me. Like, he was my cup of tea pretty much. And I was just like, yeah, he's the one. And I'm the type of person, I don't like get at a guy first. I let them, approach me, but it was just something about him. I was like, he's, everything that I like. He was, light skinned, had dreads, pretty eyes, and he was just like, oh. So, I approached him. Long story short, we ended up exchanging numbers, and we talked on the phone back and forth, and we eventually saw each other like probably a few days or probably a week after we had exchanged numbers, and we were just like vibing real good, and like probably a few weeks into us like talking, I kind of saw some red flags. But me being so young and gullible and not even really knowing at the time, I'm just like, oh, maybe he's just playing. Maybe, what he's saying, he's not about this. He's not gonna do that. Maybe he just liked me. But pretty much once we actually made it official and started dating, he became very aggressive, very insecure. He thought like, that I was just talking to a lot of guys, and pretty much he couldn't trust me, but it was something within himself. That's why he couldn't trust me. So, it was like on 2 different occasions he had like put his hands on me, and it was in a public place. We were in the mall. This was at 2 separate malls and 2 separate days, and I didn't tell no one at the time. I didn't tell no one at all. I'm telling it today. Besides my husband, he's the only person I told. But he put his hands on me, and I was just like, I didn't know like how to react in the situation. I was hurt at the time. I was crying. I was just like distraught. But me being young and naive, not using my mind, I continued to date him. And one day he made a joke and was like, yeah, if you keep playing with me, I will put you in my trunk. No, he said, I'll take you to the beach. The first time he said, I'll take you to the beach and I'll drown you in the water. And I'm just like, boy, like, quit playing me. You know, you playing it. My friend at the time, cousin / friend, she was just like, you know, it's the truth behind every joke. So don't take that too lightly, you know. And I was like, yeah, but he ain't gonna do that. He's not capable of it. So then another time he joked and said, yeah, I'll put you in my trunk and I'll leave you in there for hours, ride around for hours until you die. And I'm like, still like, boy, whatever, you know, you just talking. So things got what, I can't even find a word for it, but it got real intense when one day I was at school and my grandmother called me and she said, you may have to leave school early. Your daughter's having an asthma attack. My daughter had asthma at the time. Well, she still has asthma, but she had real bad asthma at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm gonna be on my way. And in the midst of me leaving, like, this is how crazy he was. Like, he would like stalk me. He knew where my school was and everything. So he would make sure that I was at school when I said I was at school and everything. In the midst of me leaving school, he had literally, I'm walking out the school parking lot and he's walking up on me and he's like, where are you going? And why are you dressed in your regular clothes? Why you don't have on your school uniform? Because I was going to Everest College for massage therapy at the time. And I'm like, well, I have to go home. My daughter just had an asthma attack, so I have to go and attend to her. So he's like, well, I think you lying. Let me see your phone. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let you see my phone, because I knew at the time, like, I'm not a cheater. I didn't have like nothing really to hide, but old friend of mine did text my phone and he was just like, hey, how you been? You know, short conversation like that. And I knew that right there would have set him off. He would have thought that, oh, they got something going on. So pretty much he snatched my phone out of my hand and he went through my phone and he seen the text message and he took the phone and he literally like launches it across the street and he just hauls off and slapped me. And I'm like, the slap was just like, oh, something that I don't wish on my worst enemy. Like, it was just, you know, like a powerful slap. And I was just like, okay, not this again. So he grabbed my phone out the middle of the street and I'm like waving my hands trying to get this guy's attention. It was a gentleman in a big rig truck, like literally facing us. He was faced this way, we were this way. So he saw everything. And the guy, he drove off. He was like, pretty much he didn't want to get in it. So he grabbed my phone and he brought it back to me and he was like, here's your phone. But the phone was just like completely shattered. Screen was just broke. Like, it was nothing I could do. I couldn't call 911, couldn't call help, couldn't call no one. So he's like, you gonna die tonight. You gonna die tonight. And I'm like, at this point, I knew that he was serious, because he was, the way he acted, it was different from the other times me and him had gotten to it. So his two brothers was with him, and he told them, you guys go on home. He said, I'll be back. Y'all go home. And he told me, you come with me. I said, no, I'm not going with you. I'm going home. I have to go attend to my daughter. So I'm like literally holding my face, crying. I feel my face like literally swelling from the slap. And I'm like, I'm not going with you. I don't want to do this. So he like, you gonna come with me. So he's like, literally, he has me by my shirt, and he's dragging me down the street, pulling me. And I'm just crying. I'm screaming. I'm crying. He like, you better shut up. If I go to jail, you better shut up. It's going to be worse. So I'm, crying still, but like silently. And we're walking, and the way we're walking, it's like you have to go over the train tracks to get to his house. So I'm walking real slow, and he like, you better hurry up. If you don't walk fast, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to tie you up, and I'm going to leave you right here on these train tracks. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is not going to end well. So we walk in, and we get in front of a gas station, and I'm like, okay, this is my time to break away. This is my time to get somebody attention, because I see the attendant at the register, and then there's multiple cars at the pumps. There's people hanging out, guys, girls, black people, white, whatever. And I'm just like, somebody gonna help me. Somebody gonna get involved. So I call the scene. He grabbed my backpack. He like, you better come on, or it ain't gonna be good for you. He takes my backpack. I had one of the little roll backpacks at the time. And he dumps everything out, and my shoes, my uniform from the school, everything, books, everything. He like, now pick it up. I'm like, I'm not picking up anything. It's just gonna stay there. I'm done. Like, I don't care. Forget it. Because I was so mad at the time. And he was like, okay, well, since you want to cause a scene, he put everything in a bag, and he started rolling the backpack. But I'm not knowing, because I'm in front of him and he's behind me, I'm not knowing he has my shoe in his hand. So he takes my shoe, and it's like a Nike, the Blazer. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they were the thick Nike Blazers. And he takes the bottom of the shoe, the heel of the shoe, and from behind, he whacks me in my eye, this eye right here, whacks me in my eye with the shoe. And I'm just crying. I'm like, literally, it felt like my eye had popped out of the socket. So I'm crying. I'm like, no, help, help, help. It's a lady across the street on her porch. She's watching, white lady. I'm like, call the police, help, help. So he gets behind me, and he's all like cradling me like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it, this and that. Like pure wishy-washy. I'm like, you went from beating me to now you're sorry. So we walk in, and I'm just like praying the whole time, like, Lord Jesus, please just get me out of this situation. I know, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be in this situation. This ain't the man for me. This is not the route that I'm supposed to be going down. And he, out of nowhere, he like, you better walk faster. He was like, because in a minute, I'm about to take my belt off, and I'm about to whoop you like you my kid. And I'm like, wow, like, it's getting worse. So I started praying even harder. I'm like, Lord Jesus, please get me out of this situation. Get me out of this situation. So long story short, we ended up making it to his house, and we're at he lived with his mom at the time. We're sitting in the kitchen, and she comes out, and she's like, what's wrong with your face? So I told her, no, at first I said, I was like, nothing. I didn't want to tell her because I was scared of what he might have done to me. So she's like, Torian. Sorry, everyone. I had to pause the video for a second. But so we were sitting at his house, and his mom, she's like, pretty much, I know you didn't put your hands on this girl. So he pretty much told her, get out of it, shut up, because if you get in it, basically you next. And I'm like, in my head, okay, if this man don't have no respect, I start getting my senses now, and I start getting smart. I'm like, if he don't have no respect for his mom, he sure will never have any respect for me. So this is the last straw. Like, I gotta cut him loose. And I remember her trying to take me home at the time, but I couldn't get in touch with no one. It was like pretty much because I went to school at night. It was a night class. I was calling, trying to get in touch with somebody, so I could go back home, because he had basically taken everything from me. Like, you're not going nowhere. You're not about to leave. No, nothing. And so pretty much I had to stay there until the next morning. And after that, it's like I woke up and I said, I'm done. I didn't say it to him, but in my head, I'm like, I'm done. I had him thinking like, yeah, we're going to be together. I forgive you, this and that. I had to play the role. But once I made it home, I deleted his number. I was just like, I can't go down this road, because God spared me. It could have been way worse than this. I may have walked away with a few bumps and bruises, scratches or whatnot, but it's time for me to walk away. And the reason why I did this video, I've been wanting to do it, and you all know I said I was gonna start doing serious things on this channel, and this is one of many of my couch discussions, and there will be more, and I will be talking to more people and having them come and tell their story as well about different situations, not only on domestic violence situations, but a lot of other situations that I want to bring awareness to. But what I did want to say is, like a few months ago, me and my husband was in the car, and we were on our way to work. We were at work, but we were like on a lunch break or something. And a memory had popped up on my Facebook, and I clicked on the memory, and it was of that guy. It was a post that I made, and I tagged him in it around the time me and him were dating. And I said, okay, this popped up on my memory. Let me just go see how this guy is doing now. And I go to his page, and come to find out, he had passed away, got killed a few months before I saw the post. Yeah, it made me feel a certain type of way, kind of sad inside, because I don't wish that on anybody. I don't hold grudges, and I forgive anybody that has ever done me wrong in life, because you're not going to get anywhere in life, holding a grudge or not forgiving anyone. But I felt, a deep sadness for his family, for his kids, for his mom, for everyone around him, and the fact that I never actually got to tell him out my own mouth that I forgave him for what he did to me. But I just want to tell each and every one of you, men, female, whoever, everything glitter and gold. Don't go ignoring the red flags, the signs when you first start talking to somebody, because a lot of people aren't lucky as me, because it's a lot of people who have lost their lives due to domestic violence. And I encourage anyone that's in a domestic violent relationship to seek help. You can call all sorts of hotlines anonymously. You can get help. Don't stay in that situation. I was just on Facebook today, and this is another reason why I said, yeah, this is another sign that I have to do this video. I saw, like probably an hour ago, a mother and her 3 kids lost their lives to domestic violence. Her kid's father, she was in a relationship with him, and he killed her and her 3 kids, a newborn baby, and 2 other small kids. And I just felt like, what if that was me, And I thank God each and every day that I have a husband. He's not perfect, but he has never put his hands on me. He's not a woman beater. And, I've been in a lot of relationships, and I think that was like the worst relationship that I've ever been in. And I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't wish, that type of hurt or pain to anyone, because domestic violence is real. And young ladies, wait until you're out of high school, college, whatever, to start dating. Don't rush into things. You know, it's more to life than boys. And if you are in a relationship, because I mean, it's life, it happens, don't ignore those red flags. You know, get help, seek help, talk to somebody. Even if you can't go to your parents, but you should be able to go to your parents, but go to someone about it, because the situation is real and it's at hand. It's going on daily. And like I said in the beginning, on an average, 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. And that's a lot of people. 20 people per minute, that's a lot of people. And that's for the United States. That's not even for the whole world. So just imagine for the whole world. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. It will be more to come. Give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, and comment down below with video suggestions, topics, anything that you want to see. Also, after the end of each video, I won't be doing it for this video, but for the next ones, after the end of each video, drop a question that you have for me, and I will be dropping it in a little fishbowl, and I will be answering like 1 to 2 questions at the end of each video. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video and you guys enjoy your day.